Welcome to another edition of The Road Back, brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. Today's edition of The Road Back is sponsored by Tucci. Tucci parasols and cabanas can be found shading resorts and clubs worldwide. Clubs can pamper their members and guests by bringing a piece of that relaxing ambiance poolside or at their outdoor dining venues. Customize finish, color, and accents of Tucci products to tailor the outdoor oasis to suit the most discerning eye, or lean on the company's express ship program for guidance and expedited access. For today's fresh insight into how club and resort properties are meeting the challenges posed by the coronavirus pandemic and finding new and innovative ways to boost business levels and start their return to full operation, we're talking with Tim Mahoney, Global Director of Education and Coaching for Troon. He's a top 100 instructor for golf and Golf Digest. Hey, Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. Especially during these difficult times, and we're all trying to adapt what's taken place since March 1, and we're very lucky that golf is open. And, like I mentioned, I'm based at the club at Cordillera, which is a 63-hole golf course in Vail, Colorado. I do clinics daily, and I've been teaching nonstop from June 1. Today's whatever day today is. I do a clinic every day, and the clinics are oversold. I've never been busier. And, we utilize social distancing. I wear a mask when I go in within 6 feet. I'm constantly cleaning my hands with gel and just trying to, do what's right. The people are extremely receptive. On Mondays, I do what's called Margarita Monday, which is from 4 to 5:30. That's at the mountain course, half the time on the range, half the time on the golf course. Tuesday, I did a men's clinic tonight with 8 people, was sold out. Tomorrow night's a Cosmo Wednesday with ladies, again, half the time on the range, half the time on the golf course. Thursday is a TrackMan Tim clinic where I utilize TrackMan technology. Friday is a ladies full swing clinic at the mountain course. Saturday, I do 2 short game clinics. Again, they're all at 4 o'clock and 4 and 5 at the summit course. And on Sundays, I do a playing clinic at the short course. Because of the COVID, the state of Colorado canceled the PGA Junior League, so I've taken over PGA Junior League as well. And we've got 16 kids in our beginner group, and we meet for 2 days a week for 2 hours. And then we have an advanced group, which is a pre-college group. We meet 3 days a week for 1 hour, and everybody's extremely active. We're trying to make them better. Try to get people the happier they are about the game, they play more. And that's basically my role within Troon, is to come up with some creative coaching techniques, coaching philosophies, and I still coach full time. And so that's where we are today.
Okay, I mean, that is a full schedule, obviously. I mean, 7 days a week, even God rested on Sundays, not Tim Mahoney. Now it's group lessons. Are you doing private instruction as well?
Yeah, so I teach, like today was a full out. So I start teaching at 8. So, so my boss, Mike Ryan, will say, Mahoney, what do you do when they're doing the Troon stuff? So I had 2 conference calls this morning. I was in a conference call with TrackMan from 7 to 7:30, and I oversee the Bay Club Academies from 7:30 to 8. And I was on a tee straight from 8 to 4. And then at 4 o'clock, I did the men's clinic. And then this week, we have the owner of Cordillera in town, Dr. Rush, with his son and his 2 grandkids. And I taught them from 5 to 6 at the mountain course. Picked up pizza on the way home, and I said, honey, I'll cook tonight. So I picked up a pizza, and I got your email from Chris Strauss and from Rob. I'm sitting having a glass of wine, and we just got done with pizza. So it's a day for me. But again, it's our job as coaches. And I was raised I worked for Golf Digest for 20 years, and now the last 20 with Troon is, I was raised by Jim Flick and Bob Toski and Chuck Cook and all the best. And our job is to get people playing more golf. So when I use the word player development, is just getting anybody to play more. I had a young man who played in a Corn Ferry event last week. I got a young man playing the PGA Championship this week, and just get people playing more golf. So that's our job.
Hey, obviously, you said you're wearing masks, you're social distancing, you're washing your hands constantly using the antibacterial. What else? Is there been anything else that's like so different than, say?
Well, I'm a very hands-on coach in terms of move people around. I think I'm doing more in demonstrations now. I'm doing more, I just bought a book, The Language of Coaching, and how to coach a little better by my words. So I think I'm a much better coach I am today than I was March 12th when this COVID thing came over, because I've had to adapt. But, when I do go in there, I'll put my golf gloves on. I'll make sure that I ask them, I clean my hands right away. So I've got teaching aids, I got TrackMan, I got video. Now it's a gel I use all the time. So my only hobby is working out. So I try to work out every day. One of our members here attempted to open up a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week gym. And because of COVID, they couldn't open it up. But it's brand new. It's all the equipment. So he gave me a key. I'm in there by myself every morning at 4 a.m. So you just got to adapt. But again, our job is to grow the game. Our job is to get ourselves out there and give people some hope that we can get through this thing. And our golf course has never been busier. No, we are sold out today. They've increased membership sales here. We've added enhanced some membership sales. So our job is to get, you go home and watch the news, there's not much good out there right now. So our job is to give people something to look forward to. If I can get people, somebody shooting from 100 to 90, that's a great day. I had a young man, Jimmy Dresnick, who's a member of Daring, which is a Troon location. I gave him a lesson yesterday, and he shot his age yesterday afternoon, first time. So that's a big home run. So anything we can do to grow the game. Also, month of August, we've now got our Troon Player Development Month. It's usually May, but I push it back because of COVID. And we're doing a putting challenge. All of our locations around Troon, their theme this month is putting. And I've created personally a 19-putt challenge. It's a big month for the game of golf for Troon and for coaching.
I imagine that there was some point when everything was shut down, obviously, across the country. There's a few courses that fought it. What did you do as far as instruction? Did you do video instruction or anything along that line?
Yeah, so one is, as a matter of fact, the first week I'm on the PGA coaching and player committee. And the first week I got a call from Michael O'Donnell, say, hey, would you participate in a Zoom call for all of our members? And I got on there with a couple others. And my thinking then was, everybody would lose their jobs. It was a bad time. You got to, so it wasn't about making money as a coach. It's about retaining the customers, retaining your client base, retaining your club contracts. So I got on there and we offered, complimentary video lessons through Thrive. And then we started doing live Facebook clinics on the Troon Facebook. So every day at 1:00, I did Mondays and Fridays, and then had other coaches do it. And then the Team Troon guys did it on Tuesdays. So we did that from the middle of March to the end of May. And we had usually anywhere from 200 to 300 people watching it live, but we had over between 7,000, 10,000 people watching it within the 24 hours. So that was, I was on there first day. So I always did a Monday clinic and then started off in my home office. And my wife here was the view person, or we had both our daughters home working remotely because they were, one of us from Dallas, one from Sun Valley. And then I had international coaches within Troon. We had Bay Club coaches. We had women coaches. And it was well received. So going back to your question, it wasn't about, what can we do to generate revenue? It's about what can we do to retain and tell people, we're going to get through this thing. And we did. And now the golf course has been busy. But again, we're still practicing our social distancing.
Going forward, what, if anything, do you think will take from this time when we're being, we're flattening the curve, continuing? What do you think we'll take forward going once this is moving?
For example, I anticipate, and I hate to say this, I anticipate there's going to be some areas shut down. So we're utilizing Thrive Sports, and that gives us an avenue to do virtual lessons. And I'm asking for a platform to do it at no cost. So we can do it at no cost. We can do whatever it is. But whatever you can do to show people you care. I just got an email from a father of one of our elite juniors saying that Tiki's got a big tournament on Saturday. And I'm always about shooting people notes. Play well today. What can you do to, we'll overcome this thing. Also, what can you do in the gym? Damon Goddard, he's Jordan Spieth's. I'm watching. I got the Golf Channel on. He's Jordan Spieth's trainer. What can we do in the gym in case we are shut down? Let's say the gyms are shut down. What can you do at home to play better? So, but, I think our job as coaches is to give people hope, and what can we do to grow the game? What can we, we'll get better tomorrow and we'll all overcome this. We are in a difficult time right now.
If there's some instructors out there, some directors of golf, some head pros that are thinking about getting back into giving lessons right now, they haven't done it, but they're thinking about it. What advice would you give them?
I've been very lucky that I've got an extremely good pedigree. When I went to college, played golf, have had a very good career, and then I went right to work for Golf Digest, and then traveled around the world. And basically, I was with the best coaches. And now I oversee coaches for Troon, is to try to circle yourself around with good people. Nick Saban, use him as a model. Dave Christensen is a good friend of mine, who's the offensive line coach at Arizona State. Watch those guys coach. Both our daughters, one went through soccer, one played theater. I go watch practices. What would a soccer coach do? And it's amazing how I try to coach differently than other golf coaches. When I go watch a football practice or when I watch a soccer practice, they're always coaching. When I watch so-called golf coaches, they hit a shot and they come back and tell you what you did wrong. I'm about telling people what they did right. So I would say these people, we need more and more great coaches. Be careful with your words, anything you do to get yourself better. I've got this book right here in my briefcase called The Language of Coaching. And let me get it here for it. The Language of Coaching, and by Nick Willman, and got it through Amazon. It's a guy who used to be at Exos, who we do a lot of workout with, and it's about how to use your words better. And I've read it twice now in the last 4 weeks. I'm a better coach because of this book. TrackMan, I'm a big TrackMan user. Body Track, what we do with JC Video, what we do with Thrive Sports. And just tell the truth, just cause and effect. I'm a big cause teacher, not an effect teacher. Go right to the problem. The ball is curving because the club face is misaligned. What can you do? And also, in terms of operations, I get this from Chris Strauss all the time. It's a 3-prong chair we're in. It's the owner, the manager, and then the associate. And we all have to be successful. It's all about, and I use this phrase every day with my other coaches within Troon. It's about customer satisfaction, student satisfaction. What can we do to exceed their expectations? So that's my job.
Beautiful. Tim Mahoney, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. This has been brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. And thank you again to our sponsor, Tucci. If you have a great idea or success story you'd like to see featured on a future episode, please contact us at editor@clubandresortbusiness.com.